Hello everyone, Coach Chris with WolfMoon Brewing. Today we're doing the fourth video in the series of videos on the Mr.Beer Northwest Pale Ale Complete Brewing Kit. This episode is going to be about bottling and getting it ready to start conditioning. Couple of things real quick. If you've been following along, at the end of the brewing episode, number 3, I said that we needed to let this sit in the fermenter for 3 weeks. That's what the directions that came in the kit said. However, going online, I found that their online directions for the exact same kit say that it's after 10 days, you want to start taking a taste sample of what's in the fermenter. So a couple days ago, I took a little shot glass and just popped a little out of the valve and tasted it, and it still had a little bit of sweetness left. So as per their instructions, they said to put it back and test it a couple of days later. So today is a couple of days later. I just off camera a few minutes ago, I tasted this using a small shot glass again, and it tasted like flat beer. Didn't have a sweetness to it. So as per their instructions and what makes sense, this is ready to bottle. So the first thing we need to do to bottle is we need to take our bottles and anything that is going to come into contact with the beer from this point forward and get it cleaned and sanitized. So what they say to do in this directions is to get 1 gallon, which I have here in this bucket, of warm tap water. It's nice and warm to the touch. And we're going to mix in the remaining amount of no rinse cleaner that we have from the cleaning and assembly video, which was assembly number 2. So I've got my handy whisk again. We're going to put that in there, and we're going to stir this up. Now that it's stirred up, we're going to let that sit for a few minutes. Okay, so we've let that sit for a minute, so it's nicely mixed up. Now what we need to do is we need to evenly distribute this liquid amongst our 11 bottles so that we can clean all of our bottles. Now me being the OCD person that I am, I've got a funnel so I don't miss too much. And I've also got a measuring cup so I can get about 11 ounces in each cup. So we'll do one here. That's a little more, but so I just won't pour it all in. Okay, so that's the first one. Now you take one of your bottle caps, screw it on, and shake it up. Now we need to let that sit for 10 minutes. So I'm going to break away, and in the interim, I'm going to fill all my other bottles, shake them up, and sit them in for 10 minutes, and then we'll be right back. We're back. It's been 10 minutes, and now it says we need to shake them again one more time. Get the cleaning solution on the entire bottle one last time to make sure that everything's clean and sanitized. Now we're going to remove the caps. And while I'm doing this kit came with 12 bottle caps. So there is an extra one available. Now I'm dumping this liquid back into the bucket that I started with. And I'm going to put the bottle caps in there as well so they stay clean and sanitized while we're working on the process. Okay, they've all been clean and sanitized. They've all been emptied. All the bottle caps are in our bucket again, so they're staying clean and sanitized while we're doing the next process. What we need to do is we need to take our carbonation drops, open that packet up, and take 2 of these carbonation drops, 2 of them, and put them into each bottle. Okay, each bottle's been cleaned and sanitized, and we've removed the cleaner and sanitizer from the bottle. Do not rinse it after you've done that. After we've done that, we've put 2 carbonation drops in each bottle. So now we're ready to fill these bottles. best way to fill the bottles is at about a 45-degree angle. Depress the spigot and let it fill. You're going to want it to fill to about an inch, inch and a half from the top, because you do want some headspace in the bottle to allow for the carbonation to take effect and not have a bottle bomb. Okay, so about a inch, inch and a half from the top. Now we take one of the bottle caps, screw that back on, nice and tight, snug that up. And they say to gently take the bottle and turn it over to see if there's any leaks. I'm going to do it over a bucket just to be safe. And there's not, so we're good. So now we're going to fill each bottle like that, and we'll see how many bottles we get out of this kit. And we'll be right back. Okay, so we've got 9 bottles full. I can see that there's a little bit left in the bottom of the container. So I'm going to very carefully tilt this and put a wedge underneath it and try to get a 10th bottle out of this. And I can see that the liquid is already at the tip of the spigot and running down below it. So I might not be able to get this bottle completely full. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So actually I'm going to put it at a slightly steeper angle. Try to get the last bit out of there because, well, I don't want to throw it away. I'm going to tip it a little by hand and just see if I can help it along. Okay. That's bottle number 10. Cap that one. Now, just because it was the last bottle, and because of my OCD-ness, because there's probably some sediment, not probably, but because there is some sediment at the bottom, and because I've tilted it and stirred that up a little, there might be some sediment in this bottle, which is fine. It's healthy. It's not going to hurt you. But I'm just going to mark this bottle with a piece of tape so I know that that was the last bottle I filled and possibly has some sediment in it. So if I open that and see sediment later, I'm not confused as to why. So we've got a bottle here that still has the carbonation drops in it. I would, personally, I'm just going to throw those 2 carbonation drops out. They've already had some moisture on them. Don't need those to start going bad or anything, or it's dissolving in a package and dissolve any others that I have. All right, so we've got our bottles full of liquid. We've got the carbonation drops in them. Now it's ready to put these away and let them sit and let them condition and to carbonate. The carbonation drops are actually going to react with the yeast, and the yeast is going to create a little bit of carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is actually going to be what carbonates your beer. So we're going to put these in a cool, dark place, somewhere between 70, 75 degrees, and let them sit for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, we're going to take a bottle and we're going to squeeze it. Should not be able to squeeze it like that. If the carbonation drops have done their job and the beer is carbonated, it will be very hard to push on this bottle. At that point, you're going to take one of the bottles, put it in your fridge, and let it sit for 24 to 48 hours to make sure it gets nice and cold. My suggestion, do the one with the tape. Get rid of that one first. And then taste it. If you like the taste of the beer at that point, if it's carbonated to your enjoyment level, then go ahead and take the rest of the beers and put those in the fridge and drink at your leisure. At this point, we're done with the bottling. We're done with this beer. At this point, all left is a little bit of time and enjoyment. But we still have this container that we want to clean. It's why I saved this cleaning liquid. What I highly suggest you do is take this fermenter at this point and clean it out. Go ahead and dump out whatever is left in here, rinse out whatever is in the bottom of it, and then dump this cleaning liquid in there to get an initial cleaning. Rinse that all out, and then clean it again with dish soap, whatever you have. If you want to do it the way I'm going to do it, which is with an actual cleaner that's made for brewing system, you can get a product called 5-Star PBW. I'll put a link below to where you can get this. This stuff is great. It's an oxygen-based cleaner. It's environmentally friendly. It will definitely clean anything that's left on the inside of this, and you don't have to scrub as hard. So if you have the opportunity, go ahead and get yourself a small container of that. I really appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Click the bell to be notified anytime I post a new video. And heck, while you're down there, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button for a like. Again, remember, homebrewing is really fun, but so is drinking responsibly. I'm Coach Chris, and we'll see you next brew.